Finally getting around to go through the June mystery tackle box. I've already opened everything and I've got it laid out here, and I'm kind of going to go over what my plans are to attempt the mystery tackle box slam for the month of June. So first I've got our card here with everything for the month that came in the box. And the first thing on the box is this Yo-Zuri sashimi pencil. And as you can see, it's actually it's a brown and a green depending on the direction that you look at it. It's top water walking bait, so something that can be used early in the morning, later in the evening. Tonight we're going to attempt it in the evening. Walking the dog on top water, nice bait fish imitation. And this on Tackle Warehouse is going to go for $12.99, and so pretty good deal for the first bait in the box. Second thing we got in is this shovel head jig by Fishing Frugal Lures. And you can see there, it's got this head that actually will be able to go up against rocks and flip the jig up and give it kind of a crawdad imitation, get this skirt up in the air. So this will be something I'll definitely want to work along some rocks in the bottom. I've got Green Pumpkin Z-Man's Sawtail Worms, and you can see the action on the end of that worm looks like it'd be something. Definitely want to work this, probably Texas rig or even weightless. Definitely get the stretch out of the Elastec plastic that you're looking for. So that looks like a good bait. Definitely something I'll try out on probably a Texas rig. Last thing we got is these Gambler Flappy Daddy Craws, and they're going to be, it's a 3-pack sample pack. They're also in Green Pumpkin, and probably Texas rig those with a bullet weight, flip them into some heavy cover. See if we can't get some hits that way. Those are running $4.69 for an 8-pack, and we're getting a 3-pack. Forgot to mention on these Sawtail Worms, these things run on Tackle Warehouse $5.49 for a 6-pack, so we got half of that. And then the last thing that came in the box is these Invisa-Swivels. It's very interesting. I've never actually used these. I don't use swivels a lot. When I use a Carolina rig, I use a Carolina Keeper. And these are made of pure fluorocarbon, so they're clear in the water, and they're rated up to 35-pound test. I do on most of my rods, and the rod that I'm going to be using tonight, because I'm going to be shore fishing, I'm just going to be taking one rod. It's a medium heavy 6-foot Abu Garcia spinning rod, and I fish it with Power Pro braid, 30-pound. But I always put a fluoro leader on. It's Seagar Invisex 15-pound fluoro leader, and I tie it together with a Alberto knot. So that's usually what I use. Later on in the evening when I start fishing stuff, I might replace the leader with this Invisa-Swivel to see how that works, see if I get a little bit more strength or sensitivity or how that affects it. But that's my plans for that. So let's see if we can't get out and do well with this. We're fishing at Chisholm North Lake in Wichita, Kansas. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and it was in the 80s today, so we'll see if we can't catch them.
Really no wind whatsoever out here. Water's just like glass. You can see we've got the Gambler Flappy Daddy. I've got it tied on. It's got a Texas rig here, 1/4 ounce bullet weight, and I actually put a little bobber stopper to peg the weight against the bullet weight. And I've got a Mustad 2-aught flipping hook in there. We got it's Green Pumpkin craw. So see what that happens. See what turns into that. Got a couple brush piles out here, so just gonna flip the crawl up onto them and work it slowly through it. See what happens. It rained last night, but I don't think it put any extra water in this lake, and I don't think it really affected the clarity whatsoever, so we'll see what happens. Just kind of throw that bait out and let it set really slow. You just can't work it too slow. Just let it sit there and crawl right over these sticks and limbs and that brush. this braid and this fluorocarbon, you can really feel everything. So if you get hit, you can feel it. Here we go. There's fish. Just smacked it right at the water. It's a decent fish. Alright. Oh, 1.5 pounder on the Gambler Flappy Daddy. Well, we're almost there. Nice fish. Alright. Texas rig. Invisa-Swivel. There's fish, yep. Gotta get him in. There we go. Just ate it down.
See that? He's got like a deformity right here.
Oh yeah, he's got like a humpback. He
It's
just,
not coming through.
he ate that Z-Mans. How about that? Yeah, the dorsal fin.
It's like deformed.
Look at that. Well, it's fish number 2. The challenge. I don't know, probably a pound and a half. I don't really want to get the scale out. Maybe 2 pounds. It's healthy looking. There we go. Well, now I can switch baits. Just ate that. Z-Man's right off that brush pile. Z-Man's sawtail. No, I had this. This is old. They don't even make this trailer anymore. It's called a Berkeley saber-tail bug, and they don't even make it anymore. It's black and blue, and then the jig is black emerald. It's got little green flecks on it. It's called a Fishing Frugal Lures shovelhead jig. So let's see what happens. God, we need a fish bad. This jig needs a fish. This is a big old jig, 1/2 ounce. It'd be great with a bait caster. Did you see that swirl? Here's a fish. Got him. He ate that. I needed that fast. How about that? I was like, I needed like a first 5 minutes fish. Just ate that little jig. Alright. Yo-Zuri sashimi pencil. If you look at it this way, it's green. If you look at it away, it's brown. They say it changed. It's like a chameleon looking. We'll see what happens. Well, I think that means I didn't accomplish it with the pencil.
Well, we just got done attempting the mystery tackle box slam for the month of June. We caught 3 fish on 4 of the 5 baits that came in the mystery tackle box. The first thing we caught on the Flappy Daddy Gambler craw. We caught that Texas rigged on a brush pile, and then we went to a different brush pile and caught another fish on the Z-Man sawtail worm, also Texas rigged, and on that we used the Invisa-Swivel to connect the fluorocarbon leader to the braid. And then we went back to the original brush pile we started at and caught a fish on the Fishing Frugal Lures black emerald jig with a Berkeley power bait saber-tail bug trailer. And then we tried pretty hard to try and catch a fish on the sashimi pencil from Yo-Zuri, and it just got dark on us. Threw it all over. The lake just really isn't a topwater lake. Haven't caught a lot of fish on topwater there. It's really a finesse lake. So gave it a good shot. Almost ended out finishing up the slam, but just came up one lure short. So we'll try it again in July.